EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Detroit Lions and the Houston Texans. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped in the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of buying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well. Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we have a guy who made the catch. They try to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They felt they had the advantage. They felt they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Texans. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as they continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
To throw again on second down. Goff. They try to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he says, we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall.
Pierce has it knocked loose, and the Lions have recovered. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Bates. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have moved out in front. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head.
This is intercepted.
And the Texans force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception. Nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
Texans 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Let's go now. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be...
Because there is a phrase.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Texans 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
At the 60, at the 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On second down, here's Pierce.
Down to the 25.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Ready.
They'll run for it with Pierce.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Once more, it's Pierce.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
They'll try to run with Pierce.
And this time he is in.
Dameon Pierce
as the first half is winding down.
And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw, Goff.
And Sharp calls it in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Taken from about the 12. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. First down, they go right back to Pierce. He'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bates. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Here's Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Texans 14. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pierce. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Pierce now up the middle.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
They start on the ground here at Sanders.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 2nd and 7, Goff. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
First down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Eluding the pressure right. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Well, even with a huge lead, he was looking for more points. Wanted the deep shot downfield. That one goes incomplete. Obviously, he wants to put more points on the board.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
But with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Here comes the Lions punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Flushed out right. That's complete to Pierce. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss. And
my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
2nd down, back to Sanders. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. He'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Second down, back to Sanders. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.